Here's 5 things that you should already know about Dota 2, but maybe you just didn't. These should be useful things that you can apply to your games to improve many different things. So let's go. First of all, did you know that Jakiro's liquid fire attack actually slows down buildings' attack speed as well? So towers, if you use this on them, will actually attack you slower than if you didn't use it on them. And it's not just a little bit too, it makes them a hell of a lot slower, making diving towers super easy. So you could use this on a tower early on in the game if you're planning on tower diving, but also if the enemy uses fortification on, for example, a tier 3 tower, which is then going to hit everything in the area, you could use it on one of those, and even when it's used fortification, the attack rate of this tower is still going to be slower, meaning that, you know, it's probably not going to clear off your entire creep wave, so you can still keep pushing. This is super strong, and if you do have it available, then take advantage. In your settings, there is an option called select all other units. You should actually bind this and take advantage of it because it makes controlling other units that you like illusions from Illusion Rune or anything that you conjure or anything like this without spending too much time. It makes it a hell of a lot easier to go and send them to push waves, for example, and not end up accidentally miss-microing. I see a lot of people who will get an Illusion Rune and then their main healer will stand there for like even just a second or two while they micro the other stuff. Having this set to something nice and easy to use, I use tab for example, you can just press that and then send a command but also move your character at the same time without really too much issues whatsoever. So do take advantage of the select all other units keybind because it is super useful and save you a lot of time. Going back into the settings menu, there is actually another option that allows you to set right click as being deny. Now this will basically mean that if you can deny a unit and you right click on it, it will do the deny. However, if you can't, you will just do the regular old follow that unit as you would normally anyway. That being said, the reason this is super useful is if you are, for example, laning in mid or anywhere really, but mid tends where you're going to be seeing this more, and you have a sentry ward right in the middle of the lane because you tried to either de-ward the enemy's observers, or you were trying to make sure you weren't going to get ganked by a Nyx or by like a Riki or something like that. It is pretty common that you might have a sentry ward in the middle of the lane. However, if you are someone who uses the A and then left click to deny on an allied creep, sometimes this can be a pain in the ass when the allied creeps stack up with your sentry ward and you just can't click correctly and you start denying your freaking sentry ward, showing them one that you've got one there, but two, you miss the deny as well. So if you do have right click deny enabled, this means that it won't actually target the sentry ward, it will target the creep, so you can use this in that situation. If you're enjoying this video so far, please do click that subscribe button. I have a ton more of these videos coming, like a lot of them coming over the next few days, and this channel's pretty small right now and growing pretty quick, so I appreciate it a ton. It helps out so much, and we're still at a really high percentage of people that are watching all the videos that aren't actually subbed yet. So click the button, let's get back to the video. At the beginning of the game, everybody tries to get bounty runes. However, if you have an alchemist on your team, you really want to do your best to let him pick up one of the bounty runes, if not possibly more of them if you have the chance to, because he will actually get a gold multiplier. Revel's Greed for alchemist has a bounty rune multiplier of 2, so doubling the amount of gold that you're going to get for bounty runes is something that you definitely want to take advantage of. Obviously, if you can't do this safely, it is something that you probably just want to just pick it up anyway, but even later on in the game, it could be worth maybe saving those bounty runes for an alchemist to pick up if you have the chance to. We're going to go back into the settings menu for the last one here as well, and that is enable the option called teleport requires hold or stop. This is super useful if you, are someone who constantly accidentally moves and cancels your TP. A lot of people prefer not to use this setting, so if you don't want to, then of course this is fine. But if you are someone who accidentally cancels TP a lot, then it might be worth putting it so you have to press stop or hold. But also, this allows you very easily to start spamming abilities or like blinks or anything like this ready for when you arrive at a location. Basically, it's just going to make it so that you're not risking canceling your teleport by trying to either shift queue abilities, maybe you accidentally don't press the shift, or trying to like, you know, get ready and use an ability early, you haven't quite arrived yet and you cancel your thing. You can definitely throw a game if your team is about to fight and you need to teleport in and then your TP gets cancelled. It's not a good feeling, it's really unfortunate, so having this enabled is going to stop that from happening. And there you go, there's 5 things that you should know about Dota 2, but maybe you already didn't. Of course, this content is aimed towards the newer player, the more casual player, someone who is maybe not like this top tier player. You guys are probably going to know this, but if you have any other things that you can think of, leave them in the comments down below. And if you do use yours in a future video, I will screenshot your name and I'll use it to credit you. And of course, guys, please do sub to the channel. It helps out so much, like so much, and I would appreciate it so like a ton. So make sure you click that button. But otherwise, I'll catch you all in the next one very soon. See you later, guys. Bye.